All right. Looks like I'm live here on YouTube. Um, Welcome back to season. I think this is season 3 or 4 of the Common Sense Show, and this is not a live on my broadcast studio. This is just from my phone. I took so much time off this spring. I took about 3 months off from YouTube. You're not really supposed to do that if you want to maintain your audience, but somehow I've been able to kind of maintain the state of my subscribers since I've been gone. Now, that also means that I don't really have that many subscribers, and I'm working on that. My goal this year is to get to 1,000 subscribers. But I wanted to just let you know where I've been. So, basically, I have been traveling around the world, and I am just kind of coming back to real life. I started with Jamaica, and then a few weeks later, I went to Dubai, and then a few weeks after that, I went to Dubai, and then while I was out there, I went to the Maldives, and then while I was out there, I went to Thailand, and what an experience it was being able to see the 4 different countries that I went to this summer. It was a summer of traveling that was tiresome, yes, but experience that you always remember and you never forget. How just the differences in culture, the differences in how businesses work, the differences in how people work within those businesses. It's all fascinating to me. And to me, one of the things I enjoyed about going to those different countries was, look, the people in the countries that I went to, it was a very different vibe. So Jamaica was like, in some respects, so everyone there is laid back, right? That I met, and now I hate to speak in generalities. So when I use the word everyone or the people or the people I talk to, I'm only referring to the people in my immediate circle with whom I had a conversation. So the people in Jamaica that I met were pretty laid back. That was a good thing that they were laid back. The downside is that if you need to accomplish something, and the fact that they're laid back didn't really help to get to where you wanted to be on time. And if you are from the islands already or whatever, and you heard of island time, like that's essentially what it is. We almost missed our return flight home because they were like super laid back. Also, at the resort we stayed at, the customer service I felt though was lacking, like sorely lacking. And it's funny because I had like a meeting, like a sales meeting with a person who sells like their vacation club or whatever. And one of the things that she said to my wife and I when we were meeting with her were that the Jamaica is not known for the necessarily for their customer 5-star customer service. And so I thought about this as not being a great pitch for her to want to get me to actually invest money into the travel club, given that, she's like, oh, well, if you're looking for customer service, you're not going to find it here. And it made me think that in business, honesty is really important. But what's more important is actually doing the work of the customer service is way more important than anything else. So there was that. It's also good to have a good vibe about you because it endears people to you. But on the other side of that, you have to have the execution with the vibe. Because without the execution with the vibe, people are going to feel great that you seem like you're great to do business with, but they're not going to trust you because you can't deliver. And I think at the end of the day, when we're doing business, trust is the most important part of doing business with someone. You may like them, but can you trust them? And that's really the key. So that was my experience in Jamaica. In Dubai, one of the things I noticed was that everyone is very friendly, very serious about doing their job, very efficient, and they don't sacrifice they're they're doing their job just for efficiency. They're efficient, yet they still think about things that you might not think with that you might not think about. And I think that's really important. But nothing, I can tell you absolutely nothing in terms of customer service hit like the Maldives. The Maldives were, I call it 5-star plus one. And the reason why is because the people in the Maldives went above and beyond to help you feel comfortable being there. If you needed something, they got it right away. They asked additional questions to see if there was anything else above what your request was that you might need. You didn't have to touch it. Like, I didn't have to bring my bags off the boat and bring them to my the bungalow that we were in. They brought them for us. At the end, you just had to set your bags out. They came and got them and brought them back to the boat. I mean, it really was a customer service dream, and they maintained that for the entire time. They never slacked off on their customer service, and I personally thought that was amazing. It was a good lesson to learn about customer service. And I think that for business owners, especially now, who knows what's going to happen in the next year? Some people are talking about recession. Some people are talking about COVID coming back and restrictions, coming back with it. Life is just going to be difficult. And you have to be running really good businesses in order to survive any of it. And so my encouragement for you, if you're listening to this quick live video, if you're watching, if you're not watching, if you're watching the replay, is to take a journey with me this upcoming season on the podcast. And I want you to think about what it is in your business that you can be doing even better. What are you missing? What have you put off that you could do? And what challenges that you have that we can be ruthlessly honest about, that you need to overcome in order to reach the next level. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it this podcast season. We're going to dig into your challenges. We're going to make them public. Well, between you and I. We're going to be ruthlessly honest. But more importantly, we're going to grow. We're going to grow your business. I'm going to help you add 100, 200, 300, 400,000 to your bottom line by focusing on how to become way more efficient with the resources you have, how to be particular about the resources that you choose to adopt in your business, how to deploy those resources, how to create an ironclad business that just works, is repeatable, and finally, how you can sell yourself to the world. Like that's really our goal for this. I think every season of the podcast, I need to have like goals and like things I want to hit on. That is what I want to hit on for this, right? Like that's what I really want to hit on this year for this podcast season. So I'm excited about the guests I have coming on. I already have people booked for this upcoming season. I'm excited to share them and share those podcasts with you. I'm looking forward to growing the podcast. And listen, my podcast is very simple. It's about a very simple thing. I help small to medium-sized business owners who are earning between $150,000 to $500,000 to add hundreds of thousands to seven figures to their bottom line by becoming way more efficient, operationally efficient in their business, how to think about their business differently, how to plug the holes, how to make sure that the things that you implement are things that actually going to contribute. That's what I coach. I coach operational efficiency. I coach using the BOP method, blueprint, optimize, position. That is my methodology for becoming operationally efficient in your business. We're going to talk a lot more about that. In the link in the description to this live video, I'm going to put a link to my new newsletter that I just started writing. I've been encouraged by so many people to have a newsletter. I finally have one. I want you to subscribe to my newsletter in the description to this video, and check out my brand new website, www.micah-logan.com, which will also be in the description, so that you can figure out how to continue to level up your business. Anyways, I'm glad to be back. I'm excited to build with you this year. Share this podcast with anyone who you think will benefit from it. Go back and listen to old podcasts. There's so much to learn there. And hey, let's add some revenue to your existing business. All right? Mike out.